Hello, this is Susan from the Quiet Zone. This is Aunt Susan's video advice show. So I would love for you to participate with me if you would like to. If you have questions, think Dear Abby, but a little snarky and silly, and give it a shot. Send me at the bottom of this post here. You can put your questions, and I will answer them maybe tomorrow if I'm lucky. Okay, so what we were going to talk about today is optimism. And a lot of people think that you can't be positive and optimistic and also be practical and logical. And that's not true. Okay, you can be optimistic and still be practical and logical and reasonable. Okay, there's a difference between what people call Pollyanna, okay, which is like everything's wonderful all the time. Okay, that's not logical. That's not practical. Okay. Somebody asked me a question on Quora, and it was, what gives you optimism right now? And I thought that was a really interesting question because the answer is what's going on right now is what gives me optimism. Okay. Being grateful and finding wonder and awe and amazement in each individual moment that I possibly can, that is what makes me optimistic. Okay. My answer includes the coffee in this cup, the dogs that are on the floor that behind me snoring. Okay. And I'm going to show you. Watch. Ready? And don't look. If you see the mess on the bed, don't pay attention to that. Here we go. We're going to do this. Oh, look at those little doggies over there. One of them's half in and half out. Okay. I am grateful and love life because of things like that, about the people in life that I love. I'm optimistic because I can find the wonder and the awe and the amazement in every individual moment. Okay. If I look out my window, I can see the sun shining. I can see the grass and the trees and the bushes, even though the leaves are falling, it looks beautiful. That's a miracle. Okay. If it wasn't for that nature out there, human beings wouldn't be alive, would they? I'm dressed in my gym clothes. I am optimistic that I can lose the 30 pounds that I gained during the COVID lockdown. So we can be optimistic about just being in this moment. I am grateful for what I have. I am grateful that I can talk to you today. I am grateful that I have come across this knowledge that I can share with other people. Think about what's happening right now. Look around you. What can you be grateful for? Even if it's a shitty moment and you're having a shitty day, okay, you can still find something to be grateful for, that you can be positive about, that you can be optimistic about. And one of those things is always going to be that you were tough enough and strong enough to survive it. You made it through the day. Good for you. Okay, if you're having a shitty day, good for you. You are strong and tough, and you made it through the day. Give yourself a round of applause and a pat on the back, because good for you that you got through it. That doesn't mean that you're not being practical and logical and reasonable. You can say, well, here are the things that went wrong today and what I can do about them to fix it so it doesn't happen again. How is that not being optimistic? Okay. I think it is illogical not to be positive and not to be optimistic. Okay. Because all it does is, when you're negative, you're just making yourself feel crappy for no good reason. Make sense? Okay. Second question. Another one that came from Quora. How can you apply how you view yourself and how others view you to improve yourself? Well, first of all, I used to care an awful lot about what people thought about me. And if you were to try to please everybody and fulfill everybody else's expectation of who you are, you're not going to improve yourself. You're going to make yourself an emotional mess. Okay. Because I spent most of my adult life doing that. Okay. I don't care what people think anymore. Okay. So if you're watching this and you think this is stupid, or, oh, what an asshole she is, good for you. You have your own opinion. I don't give a shit. It doesn't matter. Okay. What matters is what I think about myself. Okay. Am I doing the best that I can? That's important. Am I treating other people the way that I would want to be treated, or the way that they need to be treated? Okay. Am I being the change that I want to see in the world. Okay. Who is the person that I want to be? And am I doing my best to be that person? That's what's important, not what other people think or how they view me. I don't give a shit. Okay. The only person that I give a shit about is my husband. Okay. I care about what he thinks about me. Everybody else, well, and my kids too, I have to say, because their opinion is important to me. But I'm sorry, other people's opinions don't really matter. Um, as long as I am doing the best that I can, I'm treating other people the way that I want to be treated, or treating them the way they want to be treated, and I'm being the change that I want to see. Okay, that's all that I can do to improve myself. Okay, and also define improve. Okay, we're all fine the way we are. We may not be perfect in somebody else's eyes, and we don't have to be. We don't have to be perfect in our eyes. Good enough is good enough. Okay, so that is Aunt Susan's advice for the day. Also, I wanted to let everybody know, and I still haven't gone on my website and created this yet. Not my apologies. I am going to start to offer I'm offering organizations and employers a webinar for their employees and their members. It's called From Hopeless to Powerful, Thriving in the New Normal. Okay, so these are skill sets that we can take that will insulate us emotionally from the chaos and the trauma that's going on around us in the world right now. And we were talking about, I just was mentioning about being the change that you want to see in the world. Okay. I'm noticing in the world right now this huge polarity. There is no middle ground anymore. You're either over here or you're over there. Okay. And I might have mentioned this on another one of my live things, but forgive me if I did. No, okay, not acceptable. We all need to meet in the middle. Your belief system, knock yourself out. Whatever it is that you want to believe is fine with me. I don't care. As long as you're not hurting yourself or somebody else, okay? And as long as you're willing to accept the consequences for that belief system, then it's fine. But we're all over here. Why? Let's see what we have in common instead of seeing what's different. Let's see what we have in common. And one of those things is feeling hopeless in a pandemic riddled world. Okay, we're having this second wave, and it's terrible. Okay, we need to be working together now, not polarizing. Okay, so that's what one of my webinars is about. The other one, hang on, I'll give you the exact title because I can't, because it won't let me minimize. Okay. It's about building your emotional IQ and becoming successful at home and at work by doing that, and how you can do that. Okay. Your emotional IQ, I call that human being development. Okay. Learning how to be a happy, effective human being. And by effective, I don't mean getting things done. I mean by enjoying your existence. Okay. This is all part of it is listening skills, motivation, learning how to motivate yourself, being self-aware, okay, how to handle criticism, how to be empathetic. Empathy and sympathy are two different things. Empathy is when you can recognize something that you've experienced in somebody else. And that happens a lot, doesn't it? Okay. Most of us have had very similar emotional experiences. Okay. And if we share with others that, hey, I get it, I know how you're feeling, it sucks, I get it, I'm here for you, that's all. That's so much better than, hey, wow, I really feel sorry for you, man, I'll pray for you. Okay. It's nice to pray for somebody, but sometimes we need to give a little bit more. We also have to learn how to respond instead of react. Okay. So and I know, and I can tell you this from personal experience, I spent many, many years reacting and not responding. Okay. And when you feel like you're fending everything off around you as the day goes by, all the arrows being shot at you, you're not living your life. You're in a defensive standpoint. You want to respond, be proactive, get out there, enjoy your life. That's what's logical and reasonable. Again, why would anybody think that being miserable is a good place to be. It's not, and it doesn't have to be miserable. There can be miserable experiences, but you can work through them, you can learn from them, and you can learn how really tough and strong you are, okay? And you don't realize how tough and strong you are until you start thinking about it, okay? If you like what you've heard, and I'm not really great at these live things because I don't have the slideshow to give you. If I have a slideshow, I do fine. And I'm sorry that I ramble, and I'm sorry that I'm not really a great public speaker. But if you like the concepts that you're hearing, please go to my website, www.thequietzonecoaching.com, or you can email me, susanatthequietzone@gmail.com. Or you can just leave a message underneath the video. I'll get it. I would love to work with you. I have programs for everyone. I can teach you how to build your emotional IQ so that you can be successful both at home and work. And at home and at work. I can show you how to go from hopeless to powerful. I've done it myself. Okay, anybody out there who's watching this who knows me knows what an anxiety-ridden mess that I was, even as much as maybe 7 or 8 years ago. I managed to turn that all around, and I created a whole new life for myself. And I want to help you do the same for you. There is no reason for us to be miserable. I don't think we were put on this planet to be unhappy. So let's learn a new way. And when we are happy, we drop the pebble into the pond and the ripples go outward. Okay. So if everybody were to learn to build their emotional IQ and to enjoy their lives a little more than what they're doing now, and to focus on the things that are meaningful and important in life to them, how much different this world would be. I wouldn't be talking about polarity and meeting in the middle and finding common ground. So if that's something that you are interested in doing, www.thequietzonecoaching.com. And I'll go on, I promise I'll go on and update everything. I have to update my services so that you can see all the new stuff that I've created that I'm coming out with. So I really look forward to speaking with you soon. I will be back tomorrow with some more questions. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful, awesome, amazing day.